Council meeting for August 18, 2026. We call it on time so it can end on time. And we start it the way we do all of our meetings with an invocation tonight by Mr. Anderson, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance led by Dr. Dukes. If I can get everyone to please stand.
Gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to come together tonight to work on the people's business. Dear Father, we ask for blessings that we just don't deserve. Dear Father, we ask for blessings on our public safety, all of our people that work for the county to try to serve the citizens. Dear Father, I ask for wisdom for the council. I ask for patience for the council and from the people. All these things I ask in your holy name. Amen.
Amen. Attention to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. Moving right along, we have public input. Before we get started, we have a lot of people signed up today, and we want to hear from everybody that signed up. And I'm sure y'all want to hear them too, because there's a big crowd here. Just a few reminders. This is a professional venue. We want to hear from you. This is not a place to be yelling and booing and calling names and things like that. So just like you would if you were stating your case, whatever your case is. By rule, it's 5 minutes. We have this nice clock system here that can help you with that. Beg your pardon? Okay, thank you. I'll do the best I can. I guess that works two ways. Okay, thank you. I guess it works two ways. We want to hear y'all, and I didn't know y'all wanted to hear us. Okay, good. So this clock system will keep us on track. It's only by rule, we got 30 minutes to do this whole thing, and by rule, everybody gets 5 minutes. So green is go, go, go. Yellow is you got 1 minute left, and red is your time is up. Now, if you're in the middle of a sentence, finish your sentence by all means, once upon a, and then stop. We want to hear what happened. But don't turn the page and start into another chapter, okay? I've seen it all. I've seen everything that y'all can do tonight, and just want to keep everybody on track because we've got a lot of stuff to cover. So we'll start out with Jennifer Elvis on mobile vets. Hi.
Making sure everybody can hear me.
Yes.
Perfect. Hi, my name is Jennifer Elvis, and I thank you guys for having me today. I recently started a rescue called By the Beach Animal Rescue. I've been in rescue for about 8 years. The reason why I started rescue is because of the purpose of helping dogs in the community to find safe and responsible and loving homes. When I started this rescue, I knew there would be some challenges. I knew there would be veterinary bills, foster homes needed, food, supplies, and countless hours of work. What I did not fully understand was just how many people would turn to one small rescue because they have nowhere else to go. Since putting my phone number and my address on my website and Facebook page, I have had countless people come to my house with dogs they want to enter surrender. Not to mention, as I'm at work, I've had people come and ring the Ring doorbell, and at my desk, as an office manager of a medical office, have to tell people that I cannot take the dog. I am not a brick and mortar. It is my home, and I put that to take donations so that people could leave things so I could get the rescue started. Because of all this, we have a huge problem. The problem is that people cannot afford to spay and neuter their dogs. They cannot afford to spay and neuter, which also extends to unexpected litters. They call because they no longer can afford the pet, because the dog has behavior problems. And fortunately, some people just want someone else for the responsibility and they no longer want their dog. First, we need to have more access to affordable spay and neuter. One of the biggest problems I see, people generally cannot afford to fix their animals. If we want fewer unwanted puppies and fewer dogs returning to our shelters, we need an affordable solution that can actually use. I would like to see the county work towards bringing a spay and neuter mobile clinic to homes that cannot afford to spay and neuter their dogs, and maybe we could do it based on an income or maybe a highly discounted rate. Instead of waiting for someone to surrender 6 puppies, we should be helping the person prevent the unwanted next litter. Prevention is less expensive, less heartbreaking than dealing with the consequences. Second, we need stronger consequences for irresponsible breeding. Backyard breeders are contributing to the number of unwanted dogs in the community. People are breeding dogs without considering whether there are enough responsible homes available for these puppies. Then the puppies end up being surrendered, dumped, abandoned, or turned over to shelters and rescues. I believe we need to look at stronger fines and enforcement for irresponsible or repeat backyard breeders. Third, abandoning a dog does not make the problem disappear. It simply transfers the responsibility to someone else. It transfers it to the shelters, it transfers the rescues, and the taxpayers. I would like to see the county consider a stronger enforcement and penalties for those who abandon animals or repeatedly allow their dogs to run at large. There should be meaningful consequences for people who knowingly dump animals to the public or leave the animals in a situation where they suffer. Protect the public. Finally, I want to talk about the shelters and rescues. Our local shelter and rescue organizations are doing everything they can, but we cannot rescue our way out of an overpopulation problem. I want to be able to help the shelters myself, but I cannot even go to a shelter to help because people are coming to my door and calling my phone to take their own dogs. I want to be able to take dogs from the shelter that need placement, but again, I can't because people are owner surrendering their dogs. This is not about blaming people. It's about creating better resources, better education, and better accountability. I am asking the council to consider regular mobile spay and neuter clinics offering free and income-based services, meaningful penalties for animal abandonment and repeated dog at large violations. I started by the Beach Animal Rescue because I believe every dog deserves a chance. But the answer cannot simply be asking rescues and shelters to take more dogs. We have to stop this cycle. If we can prevent unwanted litters, hold irresponsible owners accountable, make veterinary care accessible, and give legitimate resources to the point of abandonment, we can reduce the number of dogs entering shelters in the first place. This means fewer dogs suffering, less pressure on our shelters, less pressure on our rescues, and most importantly, a safer and more responsible community for both people and animals. I'm asking you to work with us. And again, I'm by the Beach Animal Rescue, Jennifer Elvis. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for coming out. And just to remind everybody, this is public input. We want to hear from the public. It's not where we're going back and forth and then negotiating. All right, let's go forward. Charles Hooks on flock cameras.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, Chairman, members of County Council. My name is Charles Hooks. I'm a lifelong resident of Horry County. I'm here tonight because I have serious questions about Horry County's use of flock safety automated license plate reader cameras. I want to be clear, I am not opposed to law enforcement using technology to catch criminals. If these cameras help locate stolen vehicles, find dangerous suspects, or protect our deputies and citizens, that's a legitimate public safety purpose. My concern is oversight and accountability. These cameras can collect information about vehicles traveling throughout our community. That makes it extremely important that citizens know who can search that information, why they can search it, and who makes sure the system isn't being misused. I previously emailed members of this council asking questions about flock cameras, but I didn't receive even one reply. So tonight I'm asking these questions publicly and asking that they be answered publicly. Who independently audits searches conducted through Horry County's flock systems? Is every search recorded along with the identity of the person conducting it and the reason for the search? Who reviews these records for improper searches? Which outside agencies have access to Horry County's flock system and the data? How long is vehicle information retained? And if someone searches for a citizen's vehicle, bear with me one second, without a legitimate law enforcement reason, who discovers it and what happens to that person? Most importantly, is the agency using this surveillance system essentially responsible for policing itself, or is there meaningful independent oversight? This isn't about being anti-police. It's about a very simple principle. If government has the ability to track the movements of the citizens, citizens have the right to know who is watching the watchers. I am asking this council to provide the public with the policies governing flock camera access, data sharing, and retention, as well as information about audits and safeguard against misuse. I'm also asking council to consider regular public reporting showing how this system is being used and whether any improper searches have been discovered. Public safety and constitutional privacy do not have to be enemies. We can protect both. Thank you for your time. And again, I'm Charles Hooks, lifelong resident of Horry County, and appreciate your time.
Mr. Hooks, thank you for coming out. I want to let you know something, that Mr. Hardy is going to take this up at our very next public safety meeting. These are great questions, and it's a great thing. You won't find a bigger supporter of search and seizure and protection than this council here, and we're looking out for everybody in Horry County. We'll take it up at our next, is that right, Mr. Hardy?
Right, that'll be in October.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming out. Next is, we have 3 people that signed up for one of the ordinances that are here tonight. Normally, public input is for the people that haven't had an opportunity to be heard. This ordinance has had 3 public hearings already, but y'all are here and you signed up, so we want to hear from you. When this thing comes up tonight for vote, there'll be debate and there'll be discussion on it like it normally is. But since you're here, let's hear from you. There was an email that was sent out earlier that answered all the questions that we got. We got like 80 emails. I think they were all about the same email, but we got them, we read them, we heard, we responded. So we've sent an email out to y'all. Hopefully y'all got that and read that too. So we'll start off with Ann Kirsch on Ordinance 73-2026.
Thank you for hearing from us, and thank you very much for that email today, and thank you, Assistant Administrator Gilbreth, for sending it out on your behalf. It did clarify quite a bit for us, and that was wonderful. Not having the flyover in the current project plan is great news for us. Understanding the scope and the flow of traffic was very important in that email as well, so we really appreciate that. We do have some concerns still remaining. One of the concerns mentioned in the email about noise, that there would be no need for sound barriers because of there not being a flyover. We still think there will be tremendous noise impact to Surfside Beach Club. And I'm sorry if I didn't say that's where we were from, but I knew you knew that since you sent us the email. But it will still impact Surfside Beach Club. 17 bypass already gives us tremendous amount of noise, and that increased traffic flow will certainly impact the homes along that corridor. The concerns we also have that brought us here were the maps and the public information about this ordinance that have been available on any websites that we could find. The maps clearly are showing an impact to several homes in our community that may not be depicted accurately, but it clearly looks like the road is going right through our homes. Although your email did say it would not be impacting the east side of the bypass. So if that's the case, we're very happy to hear that. But again, the noise we still think will be an issue. Infrastructure concerns, I think everybody has these concerns. We know there's a lot of new police, new fire, new medical, all being brought into play, and that's great, but I think that's managing the current population now and not the future population that all of this, this ordinance and the associated building will bring to us. So we're really concerned about that as well. Flooding, we talked, and I know your email addressed environmental impacts and how the, all of the state, county, federal rules would be followed, and I'm sure that's the case. But we're very concerned about it. All of our water drains under 17 bypass to the west. Everything out of Surfside Beach Club, all of our retention ponds go out to the west. So any backup, any additional water or impact from the flow of that water will impact us and flood our community. So we really are concerned about that. And building in that area where it's already a wetland in some areas, you're taking up a lot of that space and the volume of water that would normally flow out. So I do think those are our major concerns. You did address most of them in the email, and I think that saved a lot of unnecessary comments tonight, so that was wonderful. I think going forward, we would really love accurate information posted, things that really depict what the project plan is, understanding changes of the scope of work moving forward so that we know what really does impact us or not. I mean, we know future and the future flow of traffic is very important. You know, I think 31 extension is a great idea, as long as it's managed properly and the traffic light and the traffic flow is managed appropriately. And I think you've addressed it, and if that is accurate and if that's the way the scope continues, that's fine. But we do have those other concerns that I think are very important. And if I missed anything, I'm sure my fellow homeowners that are up next will let you know.
Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thanks for
ma'am.
having us.
All right. It was Morris Hartman. He's going to pick up where she left off, I guess.
Good evening. My name is Morris Hartman. I'm a Surfside Beach resident. I have some concerns as well. Like, when was this traffic study done? Because it's getting worse and worse by the day. Today, just getting out on 17 bypass, it's almost impossible to go from light to light. How is this going to impact the future of that traffic pattern? Has anybody done an accidents survey? There are accidents basically daily in that area, in that corridor. And, you know, it's another concern. You know, 17 bypass is really the only north-south route in the whole area. And we use that, you know, to get from north to south, which has been, you know, a problem on a consistent basis. You know, traffic congestion has been crazy. And if we create more lights on 17 bypass, how is that going to impact the traffic flow? I'd like to get some sort of answers. Are the traffic, environment, and economic surveys, studies current? Because basically, to my understanding, the density survey was established almost 30 years ago in the email that I received today. Has anybody done it in the last 10 years, in the last 5 years? Because I'm sure that the density has changed quite since 30 years ago. So that's another question that I have. Are there any renderings of what this is going to look like? Because at one point we thought there was going to be a flyover. Now today at 2:03 we got an email saying that that wasn't going to happen. Is there anything that we can see that can show us that has changed and will change? Is this current plan final? Can it change? Will there be a flyover if deemed necessary? We don't know that. We've really been left in the dark on this whole project. And, you know, when will this construction start? Is there any ETAs? And on the second question, when will it end? How long will this project take to complete? That's about it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming out. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Mr. Robert Brustman will close it out for y'all.
Good afternoon. About 2 hours before our community came to this event, we received an updated flyer from David Gulreth with respect to a change that was being made, or an idea that was about to be made. We live in Surfside Beach Club. Pote Homes Development is proposing a deal with Myrtle Beach Farm Company and Burroughs and Chafin, its affiliate, to purchase some 760 acres of dense forest and open land in the Pine Ridge Tract. If zoning changes and Horry County approves this arrangement, Pote Homes Development will break ground and to begin build in about 2029. The project will be larger in mass and population than the Meridian Complex, the Melmar Complex, and Surfside Beach Complex combined. In order for all this to happen, the dense forest and vegetation will be plowed under, triggering a severe threat to our ecosystem, exposing high levels of stored carbon dioxide, threatening water management from the storm runoff, and destroying our animal habitats. Studies show that 2,000 homes would generate an increase in population of approximately 4,800 to 5,000 new residents, not to include approximately 640 to 800 school-aged children. With that, there is a strong possibility that a new elementary school will be needed. In addition, there would be a need to hire and train 10 to 12 new police officers, increase Myrtle Beach Fire and Rescue, and purchase additional equipment to facilitate the needs. Now, there was, my dialogue included some information about a flyover, but with respect to this new change that was just emailed to us about 4 hours ago, apparently that flyover arrangement has been derailed. I may be wrong. Let's hope so. We are suffering from overgrowth in our community, and the issue only gets worse with continued growth. So we're asking pretty much the council to take a look at the new opportunities that developers are having and maybe restrict some of the new construction that might be going on. We all came here from different parts of the United States to live in tranquility and peace, and we find right now that Myrtle Beach and the Surfside area is rapidly being overgrown with population. Thank you for the time, and I appreciate you fellows doing the due diligence that you were sworn to provide. Thank you.
Thank you for coming out. That is everyone that signed up, so we're going to close public input. Now, this is normally the part of the meeting where there's a stampede for the door and everybody leaves. And y'all can stay, you can leave, whatever you want to do. I will tell you that this is going to be voted on and debated on, and Mr. Gilreath may be called to the podium to address a couple of concerns. That's how we normally do business, but y'all can stay or leave. If you're going to leave, I'm going to stop for a minute because we won't be able to hear while y'all are doing that. Okay. All right. Looks like we're going to stay. That's great. You're welcome. We'll move on. Next up is the approval of the agenda contents. Well, hold on a minute.
Mr. Gold. Yeah. I just know it starts at 4. over by by
They can
the old
stay or
pottery.
they can leave. They can stay or they can leave. They
Yeah,
just can't
well, no, they
sit
go like an
there.
overpass. Yeah.
Hustle them out.
I thought they meant a file.
Yeah, get them over there.
All right. Where are we at, Madam Clerk? Approval? Okay. All right. Next up is the approval of the agenda contents. Is there a motion?
So move.
Thank you, Mr. Howard. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That passes unanimously. Next up is the approval of the minutes for the regular meeting from July 14th of this year.
So move.
Thank you. All in favor, aye. That passes. And next up is the consent agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The consent agenda passes. And this is going to be a very, very good part of the meeting tonight. We're going to recognize the employees who have achieved over 30 years of service with Horry County government. And we'll recognize Ms. Renee Hardwick, who's going to tell us who they are. I already know who they are, and it's two of really, really good ones.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Council. I love doing this. It's one of my favorite things about my job. If I could ask Lynn Baker to join me, please.
I just
She's
like
not
to-
happy about being here.
Yeah, I just like to, she thought she was
In
getting
case
out
you
of,
can't tell, she
she thought she was getting out of this.
But here we are. So just a little side note, Lynn was my dispatch partner 40 years ago. And we worked together, and we've remained friends. And all, but I'm very proud of Lynn and what she's accomplished. I forgot my note.
I'm just gonna talk while she's gone.
I apologize, but I wrote a note because I wanted to say some things about you.
You gonna try to make me cry?
No, I'm not. This is exactly how we dispatch together. Lynn is a very dedicated and loyal employee. You'll hear me say that over and over again about public safety. It is definitely a calling. And I asked the chief what was one thing he could tell me about Lynn. He said, come on, Chief. He said that no matter what the task, if you tasked Lynn with it, she would get it done. It didn't matter if it was under her responsibility day to day or not. Lynn cares about people. She cares about her colleagues, and I'm very proud of her, and I'm very honored to be able to present this 40 years of recognition to you, Lynn. Lynn has a request, and I guess after 40 years, she certainly can make one. We'd like her sister and her partner to come up here, please.
Picture
They're not
time.
going to be happy either. How are you doing? Good. Here, y'all get right here with Lynn. Here, Lynn. You take this. Yeah, turn it. Get a little gift card too.
Money.
Yeah. Anybody want to guess what Lynn will buy with that? Shoes, for sure. And if I could have Liz Orlando come up here, please. And Marcus Road will be with her. Because I'm not tall enough. This is Liz. Liz has spent 30 years of service with us. Liz works out at the jail. Liz is also loyal and dedicated. She is one of 5 girls. She comes from a law enforcement family. And I have to say this for her. She's a big Buffalo Bills fan.
Go
Did I
Bills.
get it right? And all. Liz is very compassionate. I have watched her take care of her colleagues when the worst days of their life. and there's nothing but love that pours out of her. And I'm very proud to have served with Liz as well.
Every year.
Liz would like her family to join us too. If you would please indulge us, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, sir.
And good things are always happening in Horry County.
Amen.
Good things are always happening in Horry County. More good news in Horry County. Resolution R 89, 2026, recognizing Mr. Barry Spivey, our county administrator, for being named one of GFOA's Outstanding Professionals of the Year. Is there a motion? All right, we will recognize Ms. Jamie Norman. Oh, there she is.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Stand up. Each year, the Government Finance Officer Association recognizes finance professionals across the nation for their dedication to the finance profession, their colleagues, and the organizations they serve. There have only been 3 individuals from South Carolina to earn the designation of Outstanding Professional of the Year, and this year, one of those recipients is our County Administrator, Mr. Barry Spivey. His dedication to this organization, his commitment to excellence, and his genuine desire to serve the community make him especially deserving of this recognition. I can't think of anyone who better exemplifies the qualities of a public service professional. I know he does not like being in the spotlight, but it is my pleasure to present him with this resolution recognizing him for his outstanding achievement and his continued commitment to public service.
I would just like to say that any recognition that is received by our organization is a reflection of every individual within that organization. It's a reflection of the leadership that we have at our council, our leadership team, and each and every employee. So I am grateful to be able to work with a team that excels and strives to do their best each and every day. I admire them and I appreciate them.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Aye?
Aye.
The ayes have it. All right, we'll move on to reading of ordinances. First up is third reading for ordinance 65-2026, amending Chapter 15, Article 6 of the Code of Ordinances of Horry County as it pertains to development agreements. Is there a motion?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second. Mr. Cam, do you have an amendment? It's in the handout. Motion?
Yes, sir. Motion to amend the current ordinance to include the amendments on the dais.
Thank you, sir. There's a second. All right, all in favor of the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
That passes unanimously. Back to the original motion as amended. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. That passes unanimously. Next up is the third reading of ordinance 25-2026, amending Article 8, Section 809 of the zoning ordinances pertaining to the Highway 17 overlay. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. The proposed amendment is in the packet. If somebody wants to make a motion for that,
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
thank you. We have a motion and a second. All in favor of the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Back to the original motion as amended. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. That passes. Next up is third reading of ordinance 73-2026 to approve the development agreement with Pulte Home for the Pine Ridge Residential Tract to provide for a connection of Carolina Bays Parkway to Highway 17 bypass and limit the allowed density on the track. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. There are proposed amendments contained in your packet. If there is a motion for those?
Motion.
Second. All in favor of the proposed amendments contained in the packet, say aye.
Aye.
That passes. There is also a handout, which is a proposed amendment. Is there a motion for the amendment that's contained in the handout?
So move.
Seconded.
All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. That passes unanimously. Back to the original ordinance as amended twice. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. That passes. Next up is second reading of ordinance 10-2026 to amend the index map of the official map ordinance for Horry County, adding the right-of-way for Carolina Bays Parkway from Highway 707 to Highway 17 bypass and associated interchange to the Horry County official index map. Is there a motion?
So move.
A second? All right, we have a motion and a second. There is a proposed amendment contained in your handout which replaces the proposed amendment that was in the package. Is there a motion to approve that amendment?
So move.
Seconded.
All in favor of the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Back to the original ordinance as amended. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have that. Moving right along with the second reading and public hearing for ordinance 74 and 75, 2026, to amend the future land use map of the Imagine 2040 Comprehensive Plan for PIN numbers 44105000959697 from suburban to mixed use, and to also rezone from highway commercial to multi-residential. We need one motion for both ordinance, Mr. Loftus.
So moved. Seconded.
These two are scheduled for public hearing. Is there anyone from the public wish to be heard? Hearing none. Anyone from council wish to be heard? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
That's one vote for both ordinances, and it passes unanimously. Next is second reading and public hearing on the following ordinances to approve the request to amend the official zoning maps. First is ordinance 76-2026, Diamond Shores, agent for ATM Property Group. Mr. Hardy, motion.
Seconded.
Anyone from the public wish to be heard on this? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Next up is ordinance 77-2026, CF Smith Property Group, agent for GLC Holdings. Dr. Dukes? Second. Anyone from the public? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next up, ordinance 78-2026, Diamond Shores, agent for Brandon Trey Andrew. Mr. Allen?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Anyone from the public? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next up, ordinance 79-2026, Diamond Shores, agent for Bud T. Trummel et al. Mr. Allen?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Seconded.
Anyone from the public? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next up is ordinance 80-2026, Diamond Shores, agent for HD1. Mr. Massarelli?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. We have a second. Anyone from the public? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Next up is ordinance 81-2026, Kingston Engineering, agent for Hunter Brown. Mr. Allen?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Seconded.
Anyone from the public? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have that. Next up is old and new business, and what we have on there is the vote for the Solid Waste Authority Board of Director appointment. There's one position available. We were voting for it by ballot, and the clerk has tabulated the ballots, and Mr. Neves has won the election. Memorial dedications are next. I will start off by Bill Grammer, a wonderful person and an excellent lawyer for Horry County. He will be missed. Mr. Allen.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Henry Edwards, Jr., Mr. Ronald Richardson, James Odell Bud Turbeville, Miss Elizabeth Lib Fry, Tillman Roger Holden, Miss Hazel Granger, Miss Brenda Hay Knight, and Miss Wanda Harrell. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. DeSabato.
Mr. Brett Barron Calvert Sr., Miss Carol A. Piotrowski, mother of Ed Piotrowski, and Stephen David Sassy.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Dukes.
Former North Myrtle Beach City Councilman Terry White.
Mr. Crawford.
Mr. James R. Baxley, who was a teacher at Socastee High School, assistant principal at Myrtle Beach, and an assistant principal at Carolina Forest.
And a friend of mine at Socastee High School.
Thank you, Chairman. Harold Liston Hardy.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Anderson.
Priscilla Lucy Sellers, Linda Roddy Henderson, Mac Owens Jr., Leroy Bo Rainbow, Conway Police Officer Eddie Scott, Patricia Brown Bethune. Thank you, that's all.
All right, thank you, sir. Next up are a listing of the upcoming meetings it's set forth in the agenda. Please pay attention to our social media, though, because from time to time they change. There is no executive session tonight. Motion to adjourn. All right, we are.